claws or muscles his man off the puck. Still some wet ice here. Hopefully it doesn't come into play. Puck out to the point and Cologne can't keep it in. He'll have to go back and regroup here. Puck to Baines, over to Smith. We'll bring it in. Hard pass. Cross to the point to Ferris. Ferris works it to the opposite side to Baines. Baines with a shot. Right on target, and Perosny trying to get his body in front to screen on Graham, but Graham was able to smother it up and take that in the crest. Shots now 13-6 in favor of your Icemen. A 3-1 lead here to start the second period. Another 3 minutes on the power play. Puck out to Homulus. That'll come over the blue line. We'll have to reset. Puck over to Sawyers. Sawyers comes in over the blue line, loses the handle, and Beaumont able to clear it back down the ice. Homulus, unfortunately, loses his footing behind the net. Beaumont able to scoop that up and go short side on Jordan. Beaumont sticking around here in this game. Cuts the lead to 1. Beaumont now with a power play and a shorthanded goal. They're going to have to just set up the remainder of the penalty for Beaumont. Shots on goal 13-6. Beaumont scoring with a fortuitous bounce and forecheck. .225 remaining in the Beaumont penalty. Cyril will look to strike on the power play to go back up by 2. Baines hounded off the puck as he entered the zone, and Beaumont shovels it down the length of the ice. Cologne back to pick it up. He'll survey the options. Move it up to Baines. Baines up to Ferris. Ferris shovels it in. Smith gets it back to Ferris. Shot by Ferris, doesn't miss by much as he tried to go blocker side on Graham. Back to the point to Cologne. Cologne to Ferris. Ferris down to Smith. Back up top to Cologne. Cologne at the near point. Back over to Ferris. Back on his backhand. He's got to bring it to this forehand. He'll button hook back and come back out to the point. Over to Cologne. Cologne over to Baines. Baines to the slot. Fires it through traffic. That hits Smith before getting to the net. Puck back up to the top to Cologne. He'll shoot another errant shot off of Baines. Ferris shovels that to the front of the net. Almost tipped home by Smith as he was hovering around the blue paint. Baines back down on the far side to Perosny to Smith. Tries to get a handle on it. That comes back out to the point, and Cologne's able to keep it in. They'll put it down to Ferris. Ferris moves it down low. Out of the reach of Smith, it'll come around to Baines. Baines moves it back up to Cologne. Cologne over to Ferris. Ferris looking right into the open ice to Perosny, and he gets a good look. Fires it on net, and Graham's able to kick that aside. Baines with the puck. Sorry, Perosny with the puck to Baines. Back to Perosny. Back to Smith. Smith misfires as he tried to go far side on Graham, and Beaumont will pick it up, chip it out, back into the Iceman zone. Some decent looks for Sierra, unable to pull the trigger on a good shot here. The penalty is almost expired with double minor as Homulus is hounded at the line, and he'll dip and dive back into his own end. Homulus has the puck. He'll move it up to Knapczyk. Knapczyk, one-touch pass to win it. To Sawyer. Sorry, over to Gwinnett. Down low to Gwinnett. Gwinnett will move it back up to Homulus. Homulus fires from the point. Knapsack got a piece of it there and directed it wide. Weeks now out here. Puck kept in by Homulus, and he'll shovel it back low for Beaumont. And Beaumont just lobs it down the length of the ice for an icing. So Beaumont able to weather the storm and kill off the double minor. Double minor to McVicker, killed off by Beaumont, and Beaumont able to strike short-handed to get within one here. 3-2 in favor of your Icemen. Just under 5 minutes gone in this second frame. Shots on goal 14-6 in favor of the Icemen. Binder with the puck. Centering pass. Centering pass to Vanderham. He gets 2 whacks at it. He's able to put it short side past Graham. So your Icemen unable to strike on the power play, but they go back to work 5-on-5 and go back up by 2. So Vanderham in his first game of the season already making his mark. Gets 2 chances at that shot and tucks it short side on Graham. Giamaroli muscles his man off the puck. That's up to Binder. Vanderham comes in, fires it on net. Oh, that didn't miss by much as that just missed the right post. Vanderham back, moves it over to Binder. Binder trying to center it to Vanderham to go back door. He almost tucked it in. Binder with his puck in his skates. Toe drag around the Beaumont defenseman, and Binder picks far side. Below the glove, below the blocker of Graham. So Sierra striking in quick succession, 2 goals to take a 5-2 lead. Ferrero and Carrier out here for the deep pairing. Out here with Sawyers, Porosny, and Smith. Sawyers gets it, he'll go, drive to the net, almost tucked it home on Graham. Sawyers again with a great shot from the slot. That is fended off by a Beaumont player, and Porosny is able to scoop it up again and get a shot back in on Graham, and Graham able to squeeze his arm off the glove side and hold it out. Face off to the left of Graham. 14:25 remaining in this second period. Face off won by Beaumont. They'll chip it out. Carrier will go back to get it. He'll move it over to his deep partner, Carrero. Carrero handles that. Gets up to Porosny. Centering pass by Sawyers. Moved it back up top. Shot blocked by Carrero. Smith trying to find the handle. He's hounded by 3 Beaumont players, and Beaumont will come up with it and move it out. That pass tipped in the neutral zone, and Carrier is able to corral that and move it back into the Beaumont zone momentarily. McVicker with the puck for Beaumont. He'll shovel it through the neutral zone, and Beaumont gets it, brings it in. Almost a 2-on-1 developed for Beaumont there, but no worse the wear for Sierra. Giamaroli gets the puck. Back to Carrier. He'll move it up to Porosny. Just out of Porosny's reach, and it'll go down for icing. So Beaumont scoring a power play goal in the first period, shorthanded goal in the second period. Still trailing 5-2 in the second, as your Sierra Icemen scored 2 goals in the second period, 5-on-5 within a minute. Knapsack misfires on that shot as he wanted to get that puck on net, as 2 Sierra Icemen were driving to the front of the net. Weeks and Knapsack out here, this forward unit, as well as win it. Ferris keeps the puck in. He'll shovel that down low. Naps it. Looking for the puck right out front. And he's fended off by a Beaumont defenseman, and Graham will cover up for a whistle. Baines, Binder, and Vanderham out here, the forward unit for Coach Ferris. Along with Ferris and Homulus. Good job by Homulus to break up that play. Puck's moved back the other way. Binder gets the puck, chips it into the Beaumont zone. Beaumont retrieves the puck deep in the zone, tries to move it up. Vanderham intercepts that and they'll put it back down to Binder. Binder along the goal line, near side. Moves it up to Baines. Baines falls briefly, able to get it back to Homulus. Homulus moves it over to Ferris. A shot through traffic and Graham steers that aside. Moved around on the near wall and Homulus will come down, pinch down and keep that in. He'll move it down to Baines as Homulus is rubbed out along the near boards. Binder tries to finish his check low in the corner as Vanderham tries to keep it in. Could be a tossable 2-on-1 developing as Beaumont unable to capitalize as Homulus was a little, had to chase back and get back into play. Errant pass, Beaumont trying to get a shot in on that, and that is fired in right on Jordan, and he's able to glove that and hold on. Just over 11 minutes remaining in this second period, a 5-2 lead here still for your Sierra Stream Flow Iceman. Puck moved up the far side to Smith. He'll kick it over to Giamaroli. Giamaroli in. That goes off his stick and behind the net. Giamaroli in pursuit of it to Smith. Foot pinches down to keep that puck in. He's assisted by Smith on the far wall. Giamaroli trying to line up his man. That puck back out to the point to Cologne. Cologne fires that in on net. Doesn't get to the net. Smith centering pass to Giamaroli doesn't work. Beaumont fires it through the slot there, and that's picked up. And Perazzi tries to move that back up to Cologne. That's intercepted by Beaumont. They might have a 2-on-1. Penalty coming to Foot. I don't know. He finished his check here. Player is just trying to clear the bucket, and Foot was able to get a piece of him, but the officials decided it's an interference call. So Brandon Foot will go to the box for hopefully a full 2 minutes as Beaumont Braves will go on the power play. Weeks in to take the draw. He'll win that back to Carrier, and Carrier will clear it down the ice. Vanderham in pursuit. He'll beat out the Beaumont defenders. Trying to lag the puck. Finish his check on a Beaumont player as the puck goes back below the goal line. Vanderham's going to be F4 on this and almost picked off that outlet pass by Beaumont. Secondary pass by Beaumont doesn't work, and Carrier will dump it back down, and Beaumont will have to retreat and regroup. Weeks, Vanderham, Carrier, and Carrero. So here as Beaumont goes offside, and the frustration shown by Beaumont is 39 seconds gone in the penalty to Foot, and they were not able to gain the zone and set anything up thus far in the power play. Binder and Giamaroli out here. Up front with Cologne and Homulus on the back end. Cologne picks that off. Cologne up to Giamaroli. Giamaroli in, fires it, tries to go up over the shoulder of Graham. And Graham able to smother that up and get a whistle. So your Sierra Icemen trying to counter on the penalty kill and score a shorthanded goal of their own. Binder in to take the draw. Clean win back to Cologne, and he'll put it down low to Binder. Binder along the near boards, battling his man for the puck. Beaumont comes away with it. Over a minute gone, and the penalty to Foot. And Beaumont just entering the zone now as Binder taken into the turnstile, or turnbuckle. Beaumont now finally set up here with 40 seconds remaining in the penalty to Foot. A pass on the back door over to the Beaumont player. Doesn't get a good shot away because Jordan had to dive across to try to make that save, but Beaumont unfortunately missed the net. The net came off its moorings. .9:22 remaining in the second period. Here's Sierra Iceman up by 3. Beaumont tries to keep the puck in. Weeks hounding his man and forces a turnover. And Gwinnett will pick it up. Gwinnett tries to center it to Weeks. He does get it to Weeks. Weeks tied up in front of the net. Weeks will fight off his man, get it to Gwinnett. A great shot that Graham just got a piece of and steered aside as Sierra tries to get a showdown to goal of their own. Foot is released from the sin bin. We're back to 5-on-5. The Iceman killing off the 2-minute penalty for interference to Foot. Carrier tries to carry that out of the zone on his own. That's turned over by Beaumont trying to counter. Shot through traffic and Jordan steers that aside with a blocker into the corner. Centering pass doesn't work again. It's still in the Sierra zone. Sierra able to clear that down. The icing is waved off. Coach Ferris getting fresh legs on the ice here. 8 minutes remaining in this second period. Shots on goal 21-8 for your Iceman. Baines with the puck, moves it back to Carrier. Carrier tries to hit. Carrier tries to hit Gwinnett. That doesn't work. That puck's chipped back in on Jordan and he'll smother it up for a whistle. Beaumont unable to generate more than one shot on goal during that power play, whereas I believe your Iceman generated 3 or 4 shots shorthanded, almost getting another one past Graham. Puck chipped up the wall, tipped on its way to the net and just goes wide on the glove side of Jordan. Puck out to Vanderham. He'll move it to Perosny. Perosny dips and dives into the zone. Centering past the Binder. It's in the slot. Vanderham jams out and that goes into the corner. Another shot by Ferris. And he hit the side of the net trying to tuck that home as Graham was out of position. Great play by Perosny to kick the puck up to Vanderham quick, and Binder tries to keep the puck in with Homulus at the point. Beaumont trying to counter and get away, but Binder is assisted by Ferris, who keeps the puck outside of the Iceman zone. Puck now back for Sierra. Binder chips it over to Perosny. Perosny in over the line. It's a 3-on-1. Perosny, saucer pass, trying to hit Vanderham on the far side, and Beaumont is up at a 5-on-2. Beaumont curls back as that play disintegrates at the Sierra line. Vanderham with a quick shot up, riser up over the shoulder of Graham and into the glass. Passmore for Beaumont. I'll chip and chase as he gives Foot a ride out into the boards, and the puck, as a result, goes up out of play. Face off to the left of Jordan. 6:22 remaining in this second period. Great pass up, Giamaroli in alone. He's got a look, fires it, and Graham fights that off awkwardly on the glove side, but keeps it out of the net as Giamaroli was sprung on a partial breakaway. Great pass again to Giamaroli. He muscles his man off the puck, trying to center it to Gwinnett. Giamaroli just Bold to the ice, no call in the play as Jim Rowley back in on the offensive. Weeks picks up the puck. He'll try to chip it around his man and keep it farther below the goal line. Win it with the puck. Moves it back up to Foot. Foot at the top. Looks, fires through traffic. Doesn't make it through to the front of the net, but the official has called a head contact penalty, so we'll see who the penalized player is. So you see Iceman, they're going to go back on the power play. That's number 71, Jacob McVicker, makes a return to the sin bin. Centering pass by Smith, move back to Cologne. Cologne fires it in on net, and Smith right on the blue paint looking for the rebound. Graham was able to smother that up. Grozny wins the draw cleanly to Cologne. Cologne with a shot in on net again. Ferris to Smith, back up to Cologne. Cologne over to Baines. Baines back up over to the half wall to Perozny. Perozny back door to Ferris, and he misfires as he was looking to tuck that in. Shot from well outside by Baines. Regrouped by Ferris, and he fires it back through the crease as Graham scrambles to get back to his feet. Baines over to Cologne at the top. Down low to Perozny. Perozny looking cross seam. Mishandles. Beaumont chips it up, and it's going to be out of the zone. Beaumont almost sprung on a 3-on-0 as it's a 3-on-1 back the other way. Baines looks over. Ferris just off the toe of his stick, and it goes up over the net. Baines with the puck along the far half wall, down low to Ferris. Ferris looking goal line, centers to Smith. He'll chip that up and just miss short side. Perozny to Baines, back to Perozny. Some good looks on this power play thus far. Baines tries to sift one into Ferris. Down low, that doesn't work, and Beaumont able to get a full complement of penalty killers on the ice. As 32 seconds remain in the penalty to McVicker for head contact. Weeks in over the line, and Gwinnett is just offside. So this first power play unit for the Sierra Icemen, a lot of great looks, just unable to finish as they move the puck around for most of that first minute of the power play. Just unable to connect. Move back up to the Homulus. Homulus with a shot through traffic. Graham fights it off, and it's shoveled in the net. As the official waves it off, the net came off its moorings. Sawyer's tucked that in, but the net come off its moorings, and the official was quick to wave that off. Faced off to the left of Graham. Graham, the penalty almost expired to McVicker as he steps out of the sin bin. Back onto the ice, and we return to 5-on-5 play. Puck sifted through the neutral zone, trying to spring Binder. Vanderham tries to shovel that in deep. That doesn't work, but Binder will regroup it. Move it to Homulus. Homulus will give it to Vanderham. Jim Rowley will muscle his man off the puck, but Beaumont able to pick it up and circle around the opposite end of the net. Beaumont driving out of the zone, but Ferris able to break that play up. Ferris gives chase and finishes his man off into the near boards. Another long pass by Vanderham and tries to find Binder up the middle. That doesn't work, and we will have an icing and a face-off to the left of Jordan. Shots now 28-9 in favor of your Sierra Streamflow Icemen. Iceman still leading by 3 goals here in this second period as Carrier moves the puck to his D partner Carrero to the blue line, but not out as Beaumont will Move it back low. Carrier with the puck. Centering pass doesn't work. Oh, dangerously out into the slot. Beaumont able to corral that, get it on net, and Jordan's able to find it through traffic. Centering pass doesn't work as mishandled that as a pass to the back door was almost deposited by a Beaumont player. Perosny will circle back in his zone, move it up the near boards to Sawyers. Sawyers will put it on net just around the outside, kept in by Carrier. Carrier with a shot to the boards. Perosny with the puck, he'll move it to the point. Shot by Carrero. Off a stick and sails into the corner as Smith gives chase. Hounded off the puck by a Beaumont player, but the puck is kept low in the Beaumont end. And Beaumont just relieving the pressure, puts it down on Jordan. Jordan able to be sharp. It looked like it was going to be for icing, and he had to steer that out of his net. Just over a minute remaining in this second period as Beaumont trying to generate something and cut the lead to 2 as the Icemen still leading 5-2. Weeks hounding his man on the back check. Good job trying to strip his man of the puck. At any rate, Sierra was able to push the puck to the outside and keep the puck away from the danger zone. Puck moved over to Knapczyk on the near boards. Knapczyk will force the puck out over to Weeks. Weeks comes in. Weeks with the puck. Moves it to Knapczyk. Knapczyk tied up. As Gwinnett gets the puck, he'll curl to the half wall. To the front of the net, and Knapczyk deposits it under the glove of Graham. 28th shot on goal gets past Graham, and it is a 6-2 lead for your Sierra Icemen. So the goal is going to be Knapczyk from Gwinnett with 32 seconds remaining in the second period. So Baines, Binder, and Vanderham back out here for the last shift of the second period, along with Foote and Colombe. Vanderham centering pass doesn't work. Binder gets away with possibly a trip. There's a guilty look over at the official, but no call made. Baines gets the puck. He'll move it back to Foote. That goes back into the slot area. Colombe safely plays it back out to Binder. Shoot. Will hold the puck along the near boards, and as 40 minutes of play comes to an end, it's your Sierra Icemen 6 and Beaumont 2. Shots on goal after 40 minutes. 29 for your Sierra Icemen and